Last year, you may remember how I complained about the cards people make for Valentine's Day. Can we talk about some of the cards people sell on Valentine's Day? I'm all for some good puns and whatnot, but some of these cards. You may also remember that I offered no solution to one of the biggest crises of our generation. How a billion-dollar multinational conglomerate can't afford any writers. So today I figured, instead of floating on a pedestal and gloating how I know I'm better than Hallmark, I'm gonna justify how I'm better than Hallmark by making my own Valentine's Day cards. And to spice things up, we're gonna add our own little Aussie twist to them. Alright, so just before we continue, any of the cards we'll make today will be on my Twitter for download, so that way you can send them to the one person you love this Valentine's Day. Anyway, we're gonna start off with a nice and simple one. You may be aware that my country is in a perpetual state of heat and flames. Now, I did mention the bushfires just a moment ago, and I just wanted to tell you all one positive thing that has come out of them. That thing being that a lot of people are doing a lot of work to try and keep some of the native animals alive. It's very heartwarming. And not just because the flames have burnt down my house and have reached really close to my body, and thus my heart. So what better way to show your love to your significant other by using our love of the animals to express it? So before we start, let me just choose a random animal to begin with. Wallabies, interesting choice, okay. Now, let me just grab a reference image, because despite living in the only country that natively has wallabies, I have never seen one in my entire life. Oh my god, how adorable are they? They're like kangaroos, but their paws are too tiny to put on boxing gloves. To all you Americans wondering, that's why we ride wallabies to school instead of kangaroos. The chances of like a drive-by sucker punch is infinitely lower that way. Okay, so just adding the finishing touches to the wallaby, set up the to and from section, and now for a very cheesy and wholesome caption. I really wallaby with you. There we go, that's a card and a half if I do say so myself. Although there are many animals that I really love, there is one bird in particular that Satan has set a special spot in hell for. Now, what could that animal be? If you haven't heard the Australian ibis, consider yourself lucky. We've nicknamed them bin chickens for a reason. Those evil f***ers only do three things: eat out of bins, smell bad, and ruin your day. I mean, look at them. I mean, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but we're talking about birds, not books, you silly sausage. Get with it. They're dumb birds and they should feel bad for it. Anyway, so we've drawn our ibis. Now, because I don't want to give this bird the artwork it deserves, we're just going to grab a PNG off the net of a bin, crop the background, and leave the watermark. And the tagline, I've been chicking you out and you're pretty hot. So with that card, just like Bon Jovi, we're halfway there. Now, fair warning everybody, I need to make sure that this video doesn't get flagged for copy violations. And to make things a bit more interesting, we're gonna be, turning up the heat. Increasing the intensity and involving intercourse idioms. I'm talking about sex. We're gonna be making cards about the thing that made you. Now, what's one thing people put on before undertaking such an activity? Music. Get your mind out the gutter. Disgraceful you are. Absolutely disgraceful. But anyway, music. Now, when you think of Aussie music, what usually comes to mind? Men at Work, perhaps? Nah, that's too iconic. John Farman? Not enough Americans know who he is. I know. How about music produced by a 1,000-year-old hollow stick of wood?
God damn, Jimmy. This some serious gourmet shit.
Now, while I'm drawing this, I actually have something very interesting for you to know. A 2005 study showed that people who learned to play the didgeridoo actually had a reduction in their snoring and sleep apnea because playing it actually strengthened the muscles in their upper airway. That's good to know, isn't it? Ironically, the last time I tried telling someone that blowing wood had its health benefits, my parents called me a sinner and kicked me out of the house. Boomers in their science denial. Every goddamn time. Alright, now that's a finished instrument. So for the tagline, I wanna didgeridoo you. Boom. Nothing screams love like desecrating a very ancient practice. Speaking of ancient practices worth desecrating, the practice of telling any Australian you ever meet,
Yeehaw! Oh, shucks. Here in Aussie. Do you put the shrimp on the burp?
stop. You f***ers think you're Dave Chappelle every time you say it, when in reality you're Helen Keller. Completely blind to how much of an idiot you are, and deaf to any and all criticism. So just like with the Ibis card, I will put in as minimal effort into this because you guys don't deserve it. All we're gonna do for this one is grab some stock images from Bing because this meme doesn't even deserve to use Google. we're going to use papyrus as the font because I'm not wasting my custom handwriting font in this And for the tagline, can I stick my shrimp in your Barbie? I know it's not clever, but because you guys won't let this meme die, you're not gonna get any high effort cards, damn it. I need some variety in my life. If you're gonna insult my country, at least be original. Okay, so we're on the final card now, and all this talk of prawns has gotten me hungry, so this card's gonna be food related. But the question is, what one? Yeah, I gave up thinking, so you know what, let's ask the smartest thing in my house. Hey Google, what food should I draw?
I reckon peaches are great. By the way, you should probably eat some yourself, you fat Maybe then you could lose some weight.
Screw you too, man. I was gonna replace you with an Alexa anyway. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish drawing the leaves on this peach. There we go. That's a juicy peach, isn't it? I'm more of an eggplant fan myself, but that's okay. And for the tagline, Australia is not the only place I want to go down under. Well, this video is probably going to get me a community guideline strike now, but at least you have some really amazing cards to share with your Valentine. Like the video please, and click the bell icon.